All right, today at Kathy's request, we're gonna make some blueberry muffins. And wouldn't you know it, I told her to check my recipe book, and I have a recipe here. Blueberry muffins from the Wilson Farm Country Cookbook. Wilson Farms are in Litchfield, New Hampshire. A nice family run local farm. So my brother swore by these muffins when he gave me the recipe a few years ago, and I've made them and they are excellent. So everything is all pretty much ready to go here. We got flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. And then here I have let's see, eggs, vanilla, and buttermilk. I'm reading because Kathy was supposed to do this, and then all of a sudden she asked me to do it, so that's fine. And anyways, I don't like looking at recipes anyways. But anyways, so it's written in small writing too.
Don't forget the butter.
Yeah, the butter. Yep. So this is eggs, 2 eggs beaten, and vanilla, and 1 cup of buttermilk. And the trick to buttermilk, whoever keeps buttermilk in the refrigerator, probably nobody. I know I don't. So 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 cup of milk. You add 1 teaspoon of vinegar to it, or lemon juice, and there's your buttermilk. And so we are going to add the liquid to the dry, and also the stick of butter. Here's a stick of butter. And this says, I'm going to mix it up just a little bit, and this explicitly says to use a pastry cutter. So, wouldn't you know, I have a pastry cutter. Pastry knife, pastry cutter. There's a pastry cutter. It's not a, when I know I have to use one of these, it's not one of my favorite things to use. This isn't too bad here because it's not too bad. Like making a crust though, that really, I'm not a big fan of that. Like a pie crust, this is pretty easy here. Use a pastry blender until all the ingredients are blended. Not smooth though. So that's good. And then we're gonna carefully, as the recipe says, carefully spoon in these blueberries. These are fresh. I bought these last summer. Fresh native blueberries. The little ones are really good for muffins. You know what? Any blueberry will work. But anyways, so we're gonna just combine them. There's a good amount of blueberries here.
3.5 cups.
3.5 cups of blueberries.
I had to dig into the Wyman's. What do you call it? Weimers?
Oh, Wyman's. Yeah, we
like
had
about a quarter of a cup.
So these were fresh from the farm stand this summer, and then I had a backup. Wouldn't you know it? Who has a backup? A bag of blueberries in their freezer. Well, guess what? We do. So, okay.
I didn't do that.
I don't think those need to be greased.
Okay.
But look at this. I have a little butter residue
Look
here.
at that.
Yeah, look at that. Little butter residue. There you go. Look at that. These are non-stick, but get a little butter residue here. Oh, my mother would
It
be
can't
so.
hurt.
Yeah, my mother would be so proud of me, huh?
Yes.
A good Yankee. All right, here we go. So it says to make 13 muffins. These are jumbo muffins here. We're gonna load these suckers up here, and I'll load these puppies right up. And I've made them before in the smaller version. These are pretty darn big, and they've come out really good. So I'm sure these are gonna be good.
These are going to be a big man's muffin.
Yeah. Are you making fun of me?
No.
Just kidding. Yeah, this is a me-sized muffin.
One of them I'll have to have in 2 days.
Oh, not me.
Nice cup of coffee.
Yeah, I will devour one of these with a nice large iced coffee.
You want a spatula?
Nope, no spatula, not yet. Maybe a little bit later. So I'm gonna finish putting these up, loading these up, and then we got a oven heating up to 375, and we're gonna bake those, and we'll see how they come out in a little while. Here's the end result. These big boy muffins, they came out really nice. And so on the recipe it says 26 minutes, but those are standard muffins. These were in the oven for 45 minutes, and they're perfect. I tested them with a toothpick, and it came out dry. And they're not undercooked, they're not overcooked. On the recipe, there is at the end, a thing about brown sugar, cinnamon topping on these. Cinnamon sugar topping. I don't bother. I'm sure it's delicious. These are sweet enough already, and I didn't want to make a mess of sugar falling all over the place. I'm gonna put a picture of the recipe at the end of the video, so in case you want it, you can look at it, and I will tell you it is good. Kathy just came over and looked, and she says, I hope they're as good as they look. And I told her, I know they are as good as they look because I had some of the batter before, and it is delicious. And I've made these muffins before. This may have costed us about $5, if that, to make these. And I'll tell you, if you go to a local bakery, you're gonna probably pay at least $4 for one of these. And when you're on vacation, you're gonna probably spend $6, $7 for one of these. So this is worth it. And the cooking skill on this is low to moderate. Pretty much anyone can make this. And happy eating, everybody.